Wraith King. All right, we have we're watching some weird Dota here, man. I don't know what's happening.
The Wraith King totally caught me by surprise. I thought they for sure were just gonna run for the tried and true Drow. They might still go Drow mid or something. Then again, I mean, I thought DK was bad against Leshrac. I mean, Drow's got to be even a little bit better. But
what do you think about Nyx? And what do you think about Nyx against Leshrac with the mana burn? I think is that viable?
I think in a general sense it's great, but in the mid lane, Leshrac should still be fine in mid.
Yeah. Okay.
It's still the case in point of it being a melee hero. I don't think you're gonna have. I don't think spamming level 1 mana burn's gonna do that much.
No.
Your intelligence isn't really that high to begin with, but I think Leshrac would still have a more than fine time in mid.
This is I'm curious as to Hellraiser's last pickup here. What I imagine is they go Wraith King safe lane, but they already have the Vengeful Spirit and Visage as supports, more than likely. Nyx Assassin probably off lane. Unless they do something really crazy. I don't know what that's going to be. For Cloud9, their lineup, I want to say is a bit more fleshed out. We've seen a lot of Leshracs actually get picked up first, but then get played as like a support Leshrac. EG did that at ESL, but I don't know if that'll be the case this game. Pugna, I imagine, will be a support again. Legion will be played off lane, I imagine, for Cloud9. Jakiro support, Lesh mid, and then that leaves the safe lane farmer for Envy, which is probably what they're going to pick up next.
They could still go back and actually run the core Pugna this time. They could go Jakiro support, this last pick of support, with Pugna as the one position carry, then Legion off lane, Leshrac mid. So they still have options. It really depends on what they value a little bit more. I still am on the boat that one position Pugna is a bit stronger than support. Just because when you get your core, like Pugna is amazing with spells, but he dies really, really fast. If you're able to get farm onto him to where he doesn't die fast, then he's just a powerhouse in team fights if he stays up the entire time.
Yeah.
So we'll see what they go with, but yep, they got 50 seconds, so they have plenty of time. I'm wondering if Hellraisers just go YOLO mode and just like go aggro with Wraith King, Venge, Visage. I mean, they are Russian after all, so that always has to be a possibility in the back of your mind.
Certainly. And it's always fun to watch as well. I'm not going to complain if they decide to go for that, but who knows? They might just play a more passive-oriented game here for Hellraisers. I'm not sure if that's really the best idea. They got trounced last game, but they were in a defensive try, and the aggressive dual lane that came through was so solid from Cloud9. The roaming from Big Daddy No-Tail did absolutely fantastic work. And then you have to remember that Envy had a fantastic time with the Queen of Pain as well, so we won't see that off-lane Dread Bane, unfortunately. I was hoping that it was going to be good. It wasn't really there. They go for the PL. Okay.
Okay, so I think it is going to be a support Pugna yet again, which is fine. I mean, it worked out for them last game, so why not do it again? But they go with something different, though, with a hard carry Phantom Lancer. But a pretty damn good counter to the Wraith King, because you're naturally going to buy the Diffusal. That ultimate's not going to be coming up at all for Wraith King unless he builds a BKB. Or unless they kill the Phantom Lancer immediately. But he's very difficult to kill with not only Doppelganger, a mech presumably coming out on one of these heroes. You have the press the attack to get rid of stuns and whatnot on the Phantom Lancer. It's very, very difficult to kill this hero.
I don't care what position this Wraith King is in. If he doesn't get a Maelstrom this game, I don't know, man.
Well, he's got a lot to get. He needs to get a Maelstrom, and he has to get a BKB.
Yeah.
Otherwise, the Phantom Lancer is just going to render him useless. Even Leshrac is going to render him useless just because you burn the mana with Phantom Lancer, then you kill him with Leshrac. It's going to be very difficult. This is why we don't see this hero much. There's just too many counters to him. I'm wondering, again, I go back to the point, do they just go aggro tri-lane and just try to win the laning phase? Because I don't think a farming Wraith King is the key to victory here. I could be wrong, but I don't think that's going to be their ticket to victory.
These stunts are pretty easy to see coming too. Like, they're pretty telegraphed. Especially the Wraithfire Blast is very easy to dodge with Doppelganger, even the Magic Missile as well. So if they do go for aggro tri-lane, they have to get other kills other than the Phantom Lane. So they have to be getting Pugna, they have to be getting the Jakiro, and hoping that Envy's just not getting farm. They go for the Queen of Pain, though, coming up for Hellraisers, and that makes it seem like that is going to be the big Queen of Pain. It's going to be Visage, Vengeful Spirit, Wraith King at a tri-lane, Nyx Assassin in the off lane, or wherever they decide to set him solo, whatever you want to call it. But still, Cloud9's draft, as you talked about it just feels, with the PL pickup now especially, it feels maybe a little bit more well-rounded. This Wraith King pickup is questionable at best. I don't know.
I don't even think that Cloud9's draft is like really that strong. I just think that Hellraisers is very weird. They don't have very much AoE outside of the Queen of Pain, which they 5th picked. In fact, they have really no AoE unless Nyx gets a godlike, you know, ravage with his blink stun or something. They have no AoE to deal with Phantom Lancer illusions, which was last pick to be fair. But still, it's just always kind of, you always want AoE. It's just AoE damage put into fights is just always better than not. It's very risky just getting tons of single target, because if you don't connect or burst that hero down, or even if you do, it's like all your spells wasted on one hero. Whereas obviously AoE hits multiple ones, so they are going to go with just their standard safe lane Wraith King and then off lane Nyx, I imagine, and put in co-op mid. So you have standard stuff from HR, and probably going to be the same thing coming out from Cloud9. Unless they anticipate an aggro tri-lane and try to dodge it with a Legion bottom, but I don't think they will.
They're going to know very quickly that's not going to be the case. If they do any sort of scouting whatsoever, they head towards bottom runes, even if no one's there to contest it. Because right now, if you look at Hellraisers, they're all top. And they'll probably put a ward down, contest top rune spot, and go from there. So, a defensive tri-lane with Envy farming freely on this PL, like, there's not going to be anything Dread can do here. And he's going to get a lot of farm early on in this game. They'll even be able to push the tower with Liquid Fire as well as the Nether Blast. So Ninja has to get off to a very fast start. And the Wraith King might not be able to keep pace, even if he gets a Midas and a Maelstrom this game. I just don't know how he's going to be able to keep up with a PL later on down the road, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how things turn out here as we're about to get underway in this third game.
Maybe Goddamn can pick up some solo smokes and just try to go for kills on mid. I feel like, I hate to say it, but I feel like this game is going to all fall on the back of Ninja. Yet again on the co-op. I don't see anyone else really winning the game for them in terms of, you know, when you look at the draft. Double stun splitter coming out.
That was sexy.
Oh,
Goddamn's gonna give up first blood. No tail will go down, but so will Justin Ubit. Looks like the last couple of right clicks. Nether Blast will do the job. A 2-for-1 start. Who got the rune? It was Ninja, I think. Yes, he picked it up. And then that was, of course, Envy getting the bounty rune on bottom as well. Still a fantastic start for Cloud9, though. That's exactly what they needed.
Really nice double split earth right there, but I'm pretty sure they saw the Lesh. That should have been, at the very least, only one hero stunned, but very nicely done by Fata. Huge play.
Yeah.
He's going to be relatively close to his bottle, even though he didn't get the bounty rune, because he is going to go for like a half bottle rush. He still has a circuit, but he isn't going for the full null talisman.
Yeah, I'm fine with this. You have enough base damage, I feel like, for a Lesh rack here, with the Lightning Storm as well, which allows you to CS it anyway, so... Top lane, some fighting happening. Though there's going to be the magic missile. They already threw out the Wraith Fire Blast, and No Tail is going to try to survive. Soul Assumption will get the kill. RMN grabbing that one. Bone 7 has to back away. So the defensive tri-lane here is very potent. There is a lot of kill potential. Bone 7, when he gets some levels at overwhelming odds, though, can turn the tide. We'll see how this turns out.
I mean, if Visage isn't getting gone on, or if he's able to stay in the skirmish long enough, Soul Assumption is amazing in these kind of Tri-v-Tri or Tri-v, duo lanes. He's one of the best heroes. He is extremely slow, which is why I stress the point. If he doesn't get caught out, he's great. But we'll see. We'll see how this progresses. Bottom lane, it's going to be the Nyx, of course. He's only level 1. Putting some damage on the Misery, actually. So with some nice auto attacks.
He had to solve up. He was going toe-to-toe with Envy not too long ago. Envy's going to rotate into the jungle, and Dread might have overstepped his bounds here. They do have a Spirit Lance, but he already used his Phantom Rush. I'm not sure what happened there. Good usage of that Spike Carapace for Dread, but still, he already took a lot of damage earlier on. Misery continues to chase, and Dread's like, I want to kill you. This is very awkward.
He's trying to get him to push back so he can get this rune. And it looks like Dread is going to get it, which is great. Picks up a bounty. Looked like it almost got denied from Misery, but that was just the auto attack onto the hero. And then top is a regen for Co-op, which I didn't see his health, but maybe it really helped him. I'm not quite sure. Oh, Courier Snipe possibility here coming out.
God damn, you can do this, buddy. The Courier coming through. Oh. It's the Faceless Rex, by the way. He might have saw it. I'm not sure. I think he did.
This is even better. He's going to go for the extended.
Oh, God. Oh, this is what happened last game. Oh, no. Fata knows. He knows. Oh, God damn. They know he's missing from the top lane. Sick play from Fata to keep the Courier nearby. Oh, and Goddamn's going to leave. Oh.
He could have got it, but he wanted to maybe get the bottle as well. I think you should always just go for it. Just for reasons like that, don't take the risk that they one up you. And now he's gonna send it back. They didn't even have vision of him walking back. He just timed it, like, luckily that he happens to not be there anymore.
They actually had.
They have a ward right standing.
I'm not sure if they. Goddamn was smoked up. I don't know if he smoked up under that ward. That's the biggest thing. He was smoked up though, I believe.
I didn't see it because his body was standing right on top of it, so I couldn't see that work.
Fire Blast, they're coming in. Magic Missile's going to go through Soul Assumption, and Bone 7. The attack comes in, but he does go down. No tail. He's out of abilities to use. He's got his dual breath in 3 seconds, but won't be able to chase him down. He won't get the kill, but they won't get the kill on him either. But they still take down Bone 7. So this tri lane going pretty well. Just Noob's not getting the most CS. So you can see Envy has 18, but they get a couple kills under their belt.
Yeah, if they don't die too much more without getting some kind of trade, then, or if they do get a trade, it'll be fine. But if they keep dying and not getting any kind of trades, this top lane will be a little bit of a burden for Cloud9. They do have to be a little bit careful for that. Checking out CS in mid, 14-15 now for Fata compared to the 13 and 8 Quap. This is about even. This is a relatively even matchup. I think both heroes can have the potential to win or lose.
And After Ninja is getting some decent rune control here. As you can see, they had to pick up the rune for Misery as Dread was looking for it in that bottom rune spot. It's a nice impale, some right-click damage, but Nyx can't do much more than that. He's level 3. Bone 7, what level is he currently as they chase after Just Noob? Liquid Fire, is he dead? Is he dead? He's gonna eat a tree. That Liquid Fire almost taking him down. No Tail gets pressed to the attack. He might get this kill. Oh, he doesn't get it. Oh, the Tango keeps Just Noob alive. It was so close. Oh, he went for it all, and it just wasn't there.
I think it was really important too that he attacked first, because I don't think if he attacked first, he would have died to THD. So very close. Playing with fire, eh?
Yeah, wow. Yeah, you know what? I don't know, man. I gotta shake my head at that one.
I'm sorry, it was too obvious. I couldn't deny it.
All right, well, what do we got going on here? So Envy still is getting absolutely 100% free farm. All right, well, that's 31 last hits. Mid lane, they're gonna go for a kill on Fatsa. Split Earth does connect to FNJ. Not enough to get the kill. FNJ will blink forward. It's an 8. Scream of Pain will get the kill. FNJ does it blind, and he picks up a big one on Fatsa. He's got his blink up in 2. Misery will be able to get some experience and farm here at the very least, but still a big kill onto the Leshrac.
It was really important that they got that kill because they rotated. They also brought the rotation of Pugna there as well, which doesn't really matter too much because Envy's still doing completely fine. It doesn't really need him.
They could keep him solo in this lane. He'd still be decimating.
Yeah, at this point he would. Although it would be nice to stop the levels coming out from Nyx. That's all he really wants or needs. That Scream of Pain though was like just the very, very outer edges of actually getting it. I thought he was going to miss it, but
he rotates top. Does he have enough mana for his Scream? And Sonic Wave's the question. They jump in. Sonic Wave will go. He'll use that first Shadow Strike. They get a nice Ice Path off. God damn. Getting chased down by Bone. He wants to take somebody with him. Misery coming in as well. Wraith Fire Blast. Misery can't get there. And Bone 7 will go down. Misery going to sit in the tree line. They don't know that he's there. Misery's going to walk out. Just Noob doesn't have his level 6. He's got 8 stick charges. He's got to use them. He does get it off. Wraith Fire Blast will go. They have the Nether Ward up. They need more rotations from Hellraisers as there's another hero coming into the backside. No Tail in trouble. Scream of Pain. Last right click will do the job. Just Noob still very low. They did rotate a Faucet, but they can't get a kill out of this. They'll lose 2 heroes. Aggressive play from Cloud9 not working out.
Nice attempt there from Misery as he tried to deny him, but couldn't get it off. It was really, really quick. And RMN's kind of soaking experience here in mid now. He's 1-0-3. He's going to hit level 5 after these last 2 creep kills. About to rotate it, didn't get anything out of it, which really sucks. So things are going quite well for HR, despite the fact that they're really, really down CS.
Yeah, you actually look at the net worth chart here, and Quap and Wraith King are pretty far up there. I mean, Wraith King only has 18 last hits, and the Queen of Pain only 20. You look at that to, 36 of Leshrac and the 46 of Envy. They should be further down, but these kills have really worked out for them. They have 7 on the board currently. And now they're getting more experience, like you talked about. Arm getting pretty close to level 60, just Stings 5, as you mentioned. After Ninja's going to rotate back in, give a bottle charge up to RMN. He'll head back home. Maybe they'll sack up or do something here. They've put a lot of pressure on Bone 7 and No-Tail top lane. We have to wonder when that pressure is going to come down to Envy in that bottom lane. Maybe with the level 6 and the Nyx Assassin.
Alright, top lane, Wraith King TP's back. I think they need to probably kill Bone 7.
Yeah, Wraith Fire Blast is going to connect as well. He's got some creeps on him too. There's going to be a decrypt coming up. Press the attack will go. Overwhelming odds is next. Bone 7 is actually doing a pretty good job of baiting these abilities. He's died most of the time, but I think, like, the thing is, like, he's been close to surviving, is what I'm trying to say. He's got some really good press the attacks off.
Amazing bait, guys. I got this bait under control.
All right.
Actually, it's No-Tail. It's died a lot. I didn't notice this. He's died 4 times already.
Yeah.
7 minutes. Treads completed for the Quap. gonna be bounty top, and it's gonna be a underwhelming illusion rune bottom. Although he can make some plays with that, faking people out. He's gonna go towards bottom. He does have Sonic Wave. If they get a stun off onto him, they maybe get this kill. Although it's very, very difficult.
I think they know that he's missing, and Envy will back up smartly. So there's actually no ward there either. They just kind of they knew he's not mid. They knew he's not top. They know he's probably rotating for a kill. So just really good game sense from Cloud9. Not surprising. They've seen this kind of thing before. Afternage's back mid. He'll take the creep wave and arm N. Still not level 6 just yet. We play the waiting game. Envy gets used to free farm.
Now you could actually make a play with the illusions if you wanted to. Like, pop your illusion right now. Oh, they're actually going to smoke. Maybe he pops... Yep, here we go! This is how you use illusion runes. And they're just going to smoke behind the illusion rune, actually, and just go for kill. This is kind of...
Yeah, they're going to jump right on Bata. Splitter's going to go. It will connect. Bata actually trying to get after Ninja. Sonic Wave doesn't get it off! Oh, that decrep comes in. Blow him up. That's a huge pickup coming out from Misery.
Oh, that nether ward, though. That's only a level 1 nether ward, too. That seemed very weird to me that he just didn't cast his spells fast enough, I guess. I thought they were going to go bottom and do something, but top lane, yep.
Bone 7 is
action, here comes the stun, and I think Bone 7's baiting some more, Mott.
Alright, you know what? Listen, I don't need to be flamed here. Jesus. Help.
It's just insane baits right now.
Okay, dude. Have you seen your play in FPL? Let's be honest, man.
Oh.
Alright. Got him. We're back into the game. Afton and Jay, that was rough. That was not a great gank. Well, alright. Goddamn an Arman. He's level 6 now. Affinage is getting jumped on. They're gonna have to blast the tower down. It's not dead yet. They need some sort of way. They don't have the range for the swap with the magic missile. They were looking for an initiation. They couldn't find it. And they will be able to deny the tower. It's going to go down, so good play there. Justanoob is starting to get more farms. Still, he doesn't have that next item. He doesn't have a Midas, no start with an Elstrom or BKB just yet. And Envy continues to get free farm. He had I think he headed back home, or maybe he was in the jungle, but he's getting close to what I imagine would be a drum maze, a robe of the Magi, and a bracer. So that looks to be Envy's next item here.
Oh, Sentry baits out Affinity with the Invis when he dies again. That's going to be a killing spree for Misery. And I talked about how even just, you know, I usually see, or as most people usually see, core just because you get items up onto him. But when you're 3-0 as a support, that's problem is remedied. And as they're going to smoke top, I think they're going to get a kill onto this Vengeful Spirit sitting out here.
She's dead. Oh, she's probably very dead here. Oh, there's the Ice Pack. She didn't stun, and she's 100% dead. That's going to be a kill coming out from No Tail. Even more gold for Misery, who has enough money to buy a buckler or finish up his headdress, whichever he's going to be going for, which I imagine that's what he's going to be building. I don't think anyone else is picking up that mech. They're going to go on the tier 1 tower top lane. They'll create even more room for Envy bottom. There's a glyph coming through. There's a couple heroes rotating to help defend this. They will have the Venge up in 6 seconds. She might TP to the tier 1 tower. Justanoob does have his reincarnation. They don't have the mana burn with the defusal just yet, so he can run in with Reckless Abandon. He has 12 stick charges as well. Lightning Storm coming through tower, about to go down. Nether Blast. Meanwhile, Sonic Wave on the backside. They'll pick up the kill on the Legion. They're going to get Fonte as well. It looks like come through. The mana burn comes, and they still have that Ankh ready to go for Justanoob. But here comes Envy. Gets up to the top lane. He's got his drum ready to go. Doppelgangers. And he's actually just backing. Swap comes through. Match missile onto Envy. No Tail. TPing out. Looks like he might make it. They'll get the reincarnation. That's slow. No usage of that doppelganger. Envy's gonna go down. It's a triple kill for Affin and Jay. They will get a couple other heroes out of the side of Cloud9, but a disastrous fight coming in here for a C9 on the Radiant side.
I'm wondering if Envy just could have walked away, but I thought that his doppelganger, what level is it? It's actually on level 2, so I guess it's got a relatively long cooldown. I thought the swap was going to be saved for the TP from the THD, but obviously getting the kill in Envy there is much more important, so yeah, big win there for HR. And they did use the reincarnation, which, oh god, it's so bad at level 1.
I think that's what killed Envy, because he was sold up with the reincarnation.
Yeah.
He might not have been able to get that kill with the Wraithfire Blast.
You're right, he was over here in the trees, and that's where he got slowed from.
Yes.
Okay.
So that was very odd that Envy decided to go for that kill. Maybe he thought he didn't have the reincarnation. I don't know. Either way, Envy goes down. Still not the worst thing in the world. He's been farming very well, and they are looking to put pressure here on this tier 1 tower bottom, but everyone's rotating in from Hellraisers. They want to go for another fight, but the birds, they're going to go down. He does have a resummon available, and he's going to have to use it soon, or He's holding off. Lightning Storm was spiked pair fist away. Nicely done. Ice Path will connect. How far are they willing to dive, though? Vatsa in trouble. They have the stomps coming through, but they don't need him. The Soul Assumption's ready to go. That'll grab the kill. And they pick up a pretty important kill on Vatsa. Justinoob does not have his reincarnation. He needs to be very careful. Does have 17 stick charges. Great Fire Blast. He's trying to juke it. Nice doppelganger. Scream of Pain comes in. Justinoob has to be careful. Swap out. They need a match missile. Doesn't have mana for it, though. Justinoob getting chased down. Good stop. On to 3 heroes. Beautifully done. Dread coming in as well. The mana. There's the duel coming off. Justinoob will give up the duel damage to Bone 7 and Ninja. Has to play away. He'll make it out, but only under the tier 1 tower. It turns into a 1-for-1. Pretty good buckler usage as well. They out at fight, and they're still going. They want this tier 1 tower. It's available. They're going to continue another blast. FNJ does have a Sonic Wave, but his mana not quite there. They get the great chill off on No Tail. We'll press the attack as well. Sonic Wave on it too. Another blast comes in. Beautiful double impale. Can they get anything done with this? They get one. Will they get anything? He's so low. He will go down. They get the kill with the Visage Birds. That's a huge pickup. It is going to be a 3-for-2 trade, though, in the end, as they lose another hero on the other side. It was, of course, the Vengeful Spirit going down. The Nether Ward actually doing a lot of work, but still, chaos and carnage ensued at this bottom tier 1. We're not even done yet. Meanwhile, there's a disconnect. All right. What a fight, Tralf. What a fight.
That was actually some really impressive micro from Armin. Like, the way he moved with... He grave chilled, he had to use his birds, he soul assumption. He also, at the same time, while using Medallion, barely dodged the ice path in a very awkward place. He, like, moved to the left. It was... You just have to take my word for it. It was like a really weird place for him to move while still using birds and nuking. It was, and then using the birds. Obviously, it's way easier to micro the birds when you're dead, but still, he used them nicely. I think it was really impressive play by him.
Yeah, this is Armin has been making some goddamn plays. No pun intended, actually. I just realized that. All right, well, I'm gonna stop talking for a second. As,
wait, what did you say?
I made a stupid pun. I can't even remember, but
that's how stupid it was.
Yeah, goddamn plays. That was the pun. Get it? Yeah. All right. Well, we have I think we have a replay ready to go, so we're gonna swing it over to Pimp Muckle. Pimp, what is up? Oh, okay. Don't worry, he says.
It's fine. Hello, stream. What's up?
Don't say hi to him.
Yeah, it's fine. I think it's. I think these interruptions starting to me is just bad.
Okay.
You know.
We don't have a replay. Oh, no, I don't want to see this happen.
We have replays for days.
I do not want to see the disconnects coming out, but they're here, and they're in full force. We've already had a pretty long break. The first 2 games were shorter than how long it took for us to get into the actual series. We had a 60-minute...
Right.
We had a 60-minute delay because the Steam servers were down. Fata and goddamn couldn't log into Steam, so... we were waiting for that period, and then we actually had to wait a little bit longer as the lobby was down and we couldn't get Hellraisers. We couldn't get their information, whether they wanted first pick or side, I believe. And now we have 2 disconnects, and that's not a great sign. That's not a great sign.
Yep, it's unfortunate. That last fight before this one was kind of weird because, as you were mentioning, the Wraith King was just kind of going in ham, but he didn't have reincarnation. You were like... It was kind of like he was playing as if he did have it, even though it was very obvious he didn't, because he just tied up top. Thought that was a little bit strange, but FNJ, he's getting some good farm. It looks like he's going to rush BKB, which obviously is great here. The only person that really counters that is the Legion, but I don't think he has... He's going for a Blade Mail, so it's not going to be an early blink for him, which is a little bit weird to me, but Blade Mail's still fine, I guess.
Yeah. Not something you see super often, but they feel as they can get away with it. Speaking of Blink, by the way, Dreads got it very soon, assuming he survives here, which I think he should.
Amazing timing, by the way. He wasn't really getting much, but as soon as the Pugna rotated towards mid after that kill on the Lesh, like I said, that was a really big kill because it freed up the bottom lane a little bit for him.
All right, well, we have actually no idea how long I think we're going to be here for. Keep it on the screen as long as we possibly can. So now that we have a bit of a downtime here, I think this early game right now, if you look at it from just a statistical or just numbers terminology, you have 1,000 net worth lead coming up for Cloud9, and then experience-wise, it's even. But it feels like the momentum is kind of swinging in the way of HR. I'm not sure if you feel the same way, though.
It's hard to say because I think Cloud9 still have the potential to kind of just break through these pushes, but if HR could stop the bleeding for a little bit until they get like some core items like BKB on Co-op, and then the blink on Nyx is going to be massive. I think they can easily take this late against Cloud9. The PL will be a problem, and I think that if PL comes online, yes, the Wraith King's going to be a liability. But if they can stifle this farm and win some fights here with a blink on Nyx, then they might not have to contest in the late game against the PL.
For Hellraisers, I was worried that they weren't going to be able to deal with this PL, but he came to that fight, and I think that was a mistake. If anybody just kept farming, maybe he has another item by now, or at least close to one.
Wondering what he goes for next, too, in terms of items. I like his items so far. I like the drums and the Aquila. I never know what Aquila.
I always say Aquila.
I never know how to pronounce that.
I always think of it as tequila, but with an A. And
Aquila.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess you could say Aquila as well. I don't know. Is there a pronunciation guide for this thing? Who knows? Either way.
Aquila sounds right, doesn't it? Ring of Aquila.
Sure. All right. I'll change.
Whatever.
I'll change how I say it. We're gonna go with the Aquila.
These are the things we discuss in long pauses. Things that matter.
I think I've told this before, but I've actually had a pause or a series of pauses where I was with Greg and the game was paused for like 2 hours. I had no idea how we were saying after that. We got real upset. It was last year. It was not a great time.
Oh, there's Germans in the game.
I think GPM is like the running joke between the two.
Must be German. Go for it. I always try to decipher what they're saying. I know very little German. I think you know German.
Okay.
I do.
Hey guys, we're gonna play a game. You guys try to decipher this, and I'm gonna rate you.
I don't want to play this.
I'm gonna rate you.
I don't want to play this
I thought
game.
you said something else. Okay.
Trust, please, come on.
Seriously?
That's like...
Alright, how are we doing this?
I don't know how we're doing. I don't really want to play, so I guess you could just play. All right.
No, that's not the play, Mod. That's not the play.
Listen. I'm not down for this, alright?
How are you not down for this? We have a pause, you have time to kill, boys.
There is time to kill. He makes a valid point.
He does. Let's see here.
Let's just all play Witcher 3.
I'd like to play that.
Can we just go and queue Overthrow?
Yeah, we could queue Overthrow.
Is that okay? What's the game where they have like all the skill shots? That looked really fun to me.
Skill shot Wars, yeah. So good.
I want to play that. That looked cool.
Fun. Yeah. I actually have not played many of the custom games. I've played Overthrow. I played the classic Slide Ninja Slide. Great game.
Did you play Hero Lane Wars?
No, I haven't really played that much. Yeah, fortunately I haven't gotten too much Dota Reborn in. I've been more focused on playing regular Dota. I was just kind of like I wanted to make sure that the games like weren't super buggy when I was playing them. The first day, it wasn't necessarily the games were buggy, but maybe the client itself was buggy. But they've done a really good job. They've like updated it very, very often.
Yeah, they're on it.
They've made massive leaps and bounds. Which is great. Especially for like the amount of stuff that people are asking for. Like Dota 2 subreddit, like there's a new thread posting something like, oh, I want this, I want X or Y or Z, you know, and some of them are valid complaints, others are like, okay, well, I mean, if they have time.
It's actually pretty nice to see how much they like pour into this engine, as well as like the whole client. It's really nice, and it also gives I mean, if they use so much time to get the engine right, this frees up so much time after this TI, because they're gonna be great after this TI, right? So as soon as this is done, I think we're gonna see a lot more cool features in Dota.
I agree with you. Dota 2 Reborn, the next level, but we have to wait for that. We have to wait for the big tournament that is coming up. I mean, we are actually we're about a month, maybe even less, away from the start of the international. At least if they're doing group. We don't really. I don't know if the format's actually been posted. Like, is there group stage? I should know this, but
I have no idea.
That tournament is coming up, so that's very exciting.
This one tournament.
Well, obviously, I mean, it's the big one.
Yeah, it actually is. No one has any idea who's going. So nice. They haven't actually announced the format for the actual tournament yet, so we don't really know how they're doing it. We don't know if there's group stages. We assume they do something similar to what they did last year. Should start within, you know, this coming month of July. So that'll be interesting. Nice, we're going, boys.
Back into the game, though.
Fuck yeah.
We advanced for as long as we possibly could, and we are now back into the series. And we're gonna actually just flip up this tower. They get the TP in from Aspen and Jay. They have another blast as well. They already have been speeding up the liquid fire. This tower shouldn't last long. They don't really have the heroes to deal with this. They're going to jump in anyways. No tail. Might go down here. Great Impale coming in from Dread. He's out of mana here. Apogee just needs one more right click and he'll get it. Split Earth is going to miss. Fox will cover his own retreat as Justin Noob was chasing him down, but they won't find the kill. And Affinity picks up that one. That will give him the top in net worth here in this game for Hellraisers. And his BKB is getting even closer to completion.
Yep. And unfortunately, they couldn't get the net deny, but look at that. That's a 14-minute blink here for the offlane Nyx, who it looked like was going to get really nothing. So much better offlane time this game for Dread than, honestly, the first two. He had a really rough time in the laning stage as Darkseer, despite it being, I think, a favorable lane. And then last game was the weird offlane Bane, which he kind of roamed around and just got nothing on. This game, now he has the potential to actually help take over the game with Quap.
This is, him and, like you mentioned, Quap happen. They're going to start rotating around. And I think, especially putting pressure on Envy, if they can find him out of position, who has leveled up his Doppelganger to 3. We'll see if he goes for that Yasha to farm a bit quicker, or if he'll pick up a Diffusal Blade to fight. Maybe Bots next, actually, just because he's holding onto those brown boots. That would also make some decent sense as well. So, Envy's next item choice here. That's pretty interesting.
I feel like he's going to buy Bots because I think he just got this Quelling Blade, and I don't think he wants to get rid of any other slots. So I suspect he'll go Bots and the Diffusal. I could be wrong, and if he just goes straight for, like, Tread's Diffusal, that's fine too. It makes you a lot more tanky and you can fight earlier. The Bots is just great because it means you farm a lot faster, but you have the potential to show up in fights at the same time.
Oh, they missed the Impale on Misery, and he might actually survive with the mech coming through. They're going to jump in. They do blow him up with the Sonic Wave. Fata looking for Edict and Split Earth. Will he find it? Affinity jukes it, but just barely. Courier is actually going to come through and get out as well. So that was a miss Impale coming out from Dread, but he still gets the kill regardless.
And they have the ulti online ready for Wraith King as well, who has his armlet in base, and they maybe want to wait for that because that's a huge item for him.
Yeah.
It would be fantastic if he could possibly get level 11 before using ulti, because it's just so much better. And the cooldown reduction is literally 100 seconds better. 260 to 160, so hopefully for his sake he's able to wait until then. If they're grouping up, he's not going to get much experience, but he needs his armlet.
They got to take down his tower now because Envy's already doing work in mid. Ice Path will connect him, goddamn nicely done. Lightning Storm's going to come in as well, but they won't go for the Split Earth. Bota gets mana burned up. He actually sticks up, drops his point booster, just so he can get some extra mana out of that. Envy is just going to work in this tier 2 tower. They're going to back up. They don't want to get this up for free, and that's fair. So
he did go boots to travel, by the way.
Yeah, that's not super surprising.
I think he just wants to keep his item slots, because if he doesn't go boots to travel, he always has to have that extra slot ready for a TP, which means he has to sell something else. He just bought the Quelling Blade, so yeah. What else do you sell? So I think this is fine.
He's just going to be farming for a while now. They find No Tail in the jungle. They actually get a kill with the Magic Missile as well as the Impale. The Blink came through probably from Dread. Actually, I'm not sure. He might have just walked in with Vendetta.
Fox is like still hanging up here. He might be in trouble.
He's getting
Impale in 3 seconds.
They have Blink.
They have Swap as well.
Swap might go. Oh, Mana Burn, Wraith Fire Blast. Here comes the big bad Wraith King. And Fata does get off the Edict as well. He's pretty tanky. Decrep's going to come through. Mech's going to keep him alive. The duel is up there. They're going to get some duel damage here. He does have the Reincarnation, but still, extra duel damage. Affinity walks in and just dies. Bone 7. Match missiled up. I'll lose 1. It's a 1 for 2 trade. Misery now life draining. A couple more right clicks. Good Decrep coming through. Wraith Fire Blast. Nyx Assassin. What was that play? He just walks in, dies to another blast. They might even lose Justin Noob as well. Good armor toggle. He's gonna walk in. He's got a Wraith Fire Blast again. They drop the Macro Pyre. Justin Noob toggles again and stays alive. A lot closer than it probably should have been. That was an awkward ass fight.
This Nether Ward is just destroying people, man. They're underestimating the amount of damage they're doing to themselves. And in the meantime, Envy's counter pushing top. He just bought his bots less than a minute ago and already has 1,000 gold. Or 1,100 gold, actually. And he's going to get up to about 1,500 after this tower if he gets the last hit. So,
they are going to
fantastic. I think this is totally fine for Cloud9. Glyph comes out, TP from Quap. How much can he threaten? He does have an ulti, so he can actually threaten this, possibly.
He's going to go in. They have the Shadow Strike. Doppelganger out in 3. He's got it in 3. He's going to try to TP out. Oh, they don't have a blink for the Wraith King. He can't get there. Envy's going to get out. Nice play.
They did deny the tower at the very least, so.
Yeah, but they're still losing. They're losing fights when they don't even have Envy nearby in Cloud9. Like, they're taking place, they're winning those fights. And they're also just, even if they lose if they don't get the tower, they get the denial. It doesn't matter. Still getting a lot of room to work with, a lot of farm as well. So everything is going swimmingly for Cloud9. They'll continue to pressure. They're going to head towards this tier 2 tower mid. They smoked up on No Tail. There was a Vendetta for Dread. It's about to expire here. They look like they might want to jump in, though, especially on Fata.
Yeah, he does have a haste rune, but if they can blow him up at like, the beginning of the fight, I think they just win it. But the tower's already dead. Look at the pushing power of Pugna, man. Pretty sure this is why they pick him. Dread, he's getting gone on right now. Stun comes out, but...
Swap out, nicely done. They won't get the dual damage, but they might get 2 heroes. Splitterthon at 2 comes through the overwhelming odds, and that's 2 dead quickly for Cloud9. It's something these last 2 or 3 minutes or so have been Cloud9. And they're even going to get a Visage Familiar. That's pretty big. I don't know if they got both of them. I think he did. I don't see the other one on the map.
Oh, that's really big. I don't know. I feel like Swap on paper is really good against the Legion duel, but whenever I see it actually in practice, it never really helps out because they still just waddle their way back to him. Even if you do it over cliffs and stuff, still just walk over cliffs. I don't know if you've ever watched that.
Yeah, I have, yeah.
But it's really ridiculous.
It's more so that he's not getting the damage, though.
Yeah, but usually in like mid to late game, if he starts snowballing, he just... Oh, he actually didn't go for the Blade Mail. That was really weird. He just almost got it and then went for the Blink, which I do think is the right decision. I think Blink first is almost paramount importance for Legion Commander, but unless you have level 3 swap for Venge, I just think that it doesn't do that much unless they're already dueling someone that's super tanky, which he probably shouldn't be dueling in the first place, so
yeah.
Kind of a weird interaction in my opinion.
The biggest thing now, right, I think is the snowball from Cloud9, continue to get farm and Envy. For Hellraisers, they have to find some way of dealing with, I think, a lot of these heroes. Leshrac now is a Bloodstone. Envy's getting up in farm. He's got the beginnings of a Diffusal Blade now. He sold something. What did he sell? Oh, he has Boots of Traveler. That's what he sold. He sold a TP. That's the list for TPs. His Diffusal Blade's almost as well. Bone 7's ready to jump in. They'll take the tower down. Bone 7 blinks an inch back to, I think, avoid the screen, which he thought might have hit him. And that's going to be that. They'll take down the tier 1 tower, so it looks like Hellraisers are just kind of grouping up here with the exception of RMN.
Yeah, and he actually went for the full Solar Crest instead of going for just like Medallion Ags, which I think is still totally fine. I still think Ags is ridiculously strong in Visage. Maybe not as important when you don't have the Drow on your team, but still quite good. But the Solar Crest is going to make it so that, like, through the Legion dual damage, he's going to be missing a lot of times, or a lot of time. The extra armor is going to be nice. So, I mean, the 30% evasion that you can add to people is so strong.
I like this play from Cloud9. They'll smoke up, they'll find a double damage rune, and they'll probably find this Rosh as well. There's no reason for them to go for it. They can just take this so quickly. They'll give it to Bone 7. We will just continue to farm. They'll go for a 3-man Rosh, 4-man Rosh. They have them medallion up and ready to go on Roshan, so reductions there. Visage Words will scout this out. And we'll get one of them. That's nice. They're just remade, by the way. They're down for 50 seconds still. They're coming in. They're trying to convene and take down this Cloud9 lineup, but they're going to back away. They know some shenanigans are happening here.
Yep, well that's good, because I thought that they weren't going to spot it out because they had absolutely no vision around. But they do spot it out. They do have an ultimate ready to go, finally on Wraith King yet again. His item progression's not quite there. I really do think he should buy a Blink. He does have the gold for it. They do counter that ward, really good for them.
They found Envy, he doppelganged away, and then goddamn just gets destroyed by Diffuser's Blade. He doesn't have any mana left, so the damage isn't there. With goddamn not having any mana, it seems that Cloud9 are pretty comfortable with where they're sitting right now. They will counter this ward up on the high ground, which is great. They don't have one to place themselves, which would have been huge just to find Envy and Fata rotating in, but they won't have one. And goddamn has to take the long walk back home. He does have a TP, but there's no tier 2 tower to walk into, to TP into. Split Earth does hit just a new, but they aren't going in. Lightning Storm's going to go through. He still has his reincarnation, but if they can use it now, it'd be huge. There's going to be the Solar Crest. They take it off. The medallion comes through. They diffused it away, I think, with Envy. Yeah, he did use it. There's the reincarnation going. Envy gets it tailed up. He's in trouble. There's a Sonic Wave. BKB comes out from Affinage. Bone 7 walking in just a new. Thing pulled up. Soul Assumption will go, but it doesn't matter. Affinage, this is all on him right now. He's got to blink away. 2-for-1 exchange. Fox going to work with his Bloodstone. The Impale comes through. Goddamn will fall. What about Dread? He should stay up and alive. It does turn into a 3-for-1, and Envy is definitely happy with that trade. Some great work coming up from Cloud9. The Bloodstone, really good duel. Actually got the kill on Misery with Affinage, I think with the Shadow Strike, so that's nice.
Yeah, and the familiar something out there is nicely done.
Uh-oh.
Dread picks up an in. Runs around, gets a nice ravage on the two heroes with the birds helping us escape. He'll be fine. I still feel like, and we talked about this at the beginning of the draft, I feel like Wraith King is starting to become a burden. I just feel like, in general, the hero doesn't really do much in these fights. He is going for the BKB right after Armlet, which I did stress is extremely important here. But that wasn't even the problem, though. Like, they didn't even burn his mana, they just killed him. Like,
yeah, he's too far up.
They didn't even need to wait for his, or to eliminate his ulti. They just killed him straight out.
He died very quickly. The duel came through, and that was even more damage coming out for Offensive. Not that he's got that much, only 34, so he's not really doing that great, but he's getting the kills that they need to get. They're going to spook up. Could head to Roche. They could try to get a pick off here. Envy is top. He does not have his boots of travel. He's down for 22 seconds, in fact. What do they do here? They're going to
I think they can take Roche. They got Solar Crest plus Business Familiars, plus the Wave of Terror. This is going to die so fast.
I think it looks like they know. Cloud9 are going to walk in. Ice Path could really wreck a couple heroes here with a Macro Power and Fox already, but they're not going to get that chance. There's the swap on a No-Tail. Soul Assumption will go, and No-Tail gets cleaved down instantly. Half an inch getting the last hit on that kill. Envy is threatening top into the tier 3. He's getting close. So it looks like Hellraisers will back away smartly with that kill. They're looking for Envy, but they can't quite find him as Just Noob does not have a Blink Dagger. So
it's a really smart carapace from Dread. I've seen a number of carapaces that have just been really setting up fights and pick-offs nicely. So well played by him. It looks like it's going to be, I think, a Sheep Rush here for Quap. As he picked up the Ultimate Orb and Voidstone, which is leaps and bounds better than an Orchid this game.
They're going to find Envy. But on the other side, there's a dual win coming out. That's the Aegis going through. Envy top lane, though, in the jungle. Looks like he is going to go down. Does he Doppelganger? He does. He gets to the low ground. Dread has Blink. He'll find him. Doesn't have the Impale, though. They're trying to chase. Envy pops the drum charge. The mech comes out. They won't get the kill. They're still looking, though. Envy kind of turned back around. Oh, gets swapped as well. He's got Doppelganger. He'll use it just in time. Dread's got Blink. And there, he hits the Impale as well, but the Ice Pack comes out. Wraith Fire Blast coming in. Sonic Wave. Envy's not dead yet. The Life Drain. Misery now in trouble. They're going to come in. Bone 7 has the overwhelming odds. BKB for Just Noob. Good D-Crab coming through. But the Mana Burn blows him up. Ice Path coming in as well. Big Daddy No-Tail press the attack to get away, but another Impale from Dread. Will they continue the chase? They're out of mana for goddamn Just Noob as well. He's out of mana. He sticks up Wraith Fire Blast. There's the Split Earth. He's out of mana to Reincarnation. There's going to be the duel getting off. They take down 2 with a beautiful Ice Path. All 3 going down. Reincarnation back up. Just Noob is alone. Fox walks in. They hit the Split Earth. He's got no BKB. Ice Path. They overextend. They lose 3 heroes in the process. Bone 7 gets the double kill. That turned disastrous.
You know, you probably never expected this because he's only got 3 kills, but Leshrac has 17 Bloodstone charges, man.
He is fat.
I didn't notice that, but especially after that fight, holy crap. You can't ignore, I feel like they just forgot because he's not like streaking or anything, or you don't hear like mega kill onto your Leshrac and like, oh god, we got a Leshrac problem. It's like kind of slowly sinking in, like, oh wait, crap. He's been around every fight and he hasn't really been dying. He's got 17 charges. He almost has a BKB.
Every fight he's either not there or he doesn't contribute too much early on in the fight, and then he like rotates in and they see the Leshrac, are like, oh, I guess we're dead now. We don't have our BKBs. We don't have our abilities. We're out of mana. And he's got 17 Bloodstone charges. But even though the fight was good at the beginning for Hellraisers, like they're getting these kills on Envy and then they're just trading so much for it. Every time this Leshrac gets so much money, and he'll probably have a BKB pretty soon, which means I don't know if he's invulnerable, but it's going to be tough to kill him.
I'm wondering if now after this, you think about it and you're like, do I just go for the Lincoln and Quap, which is a hard counter to Legion. Probably the biggest counter in the entire game to him.
Is he dead? Oh my god, he's not dead. They can't chase him down. One of the few instances that Dread missing an Impale actually loses them the kill. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, that really sucks. Not the biggest kill in the world, it's only a Zakiro, but obviously one get. And if it's a freebie, you probably should have got it anyway. But I'm wondering if he even just thinks about going back for Lincolns. It hard counters the Legion because there's really no clear-cut item as to purchase to cancel the Lincolns for yourself. The best I can possibly think of is a 4-staff. Other than that, it really becomes difficult to find options to cancel that, at least for yourself. Other people can cancel it too, but it's way better if it's yourself because you can quickly just pick off heroes on your own. But without the Lincolns, I'm pretty sure you can just duel the Quap from full, and if you get some lucky procs, kill him on his own.
Yeah. The Lincoln Sphere, he's got enough to buy it if he wanted to on F Ninja.
I don't fault him at all if he wants to go for Sheep, because it's a really, really good item against almost any hero, especially the Phantom Lancer, but if he did go for Linken's, I could completely see why.
Yeah. And that decision is... That's already been made. He already has his Mystic Staff. That's it.
Yep,
he's got
the Sheep.
The full side device. If he wants a Lincoln Spear, he can still get it later on, but how much... how in trouble will they be in that period of time? They aren't too far behind in net worth at 30 minutes. It's only 5,000. But again, this Wraith King becomes an issue. He's not farming as fast. He's not doing as much. Even the BKB in that last engagement helped, but only for a small period of time. His reincarnations haven't been getting, you know, the best fights, and he's been losing damage, rather giving damage up to the Legion Commander, who's now at 62. They'll TP up. Looks like they want to defend this tier 1 tower. Fox is going to come in. Blank Impale missed! It missed! Dread had a complete easy Impale, and he just couldn't find it.
Damn. Just hasn't been in a series. He played well in the laning stage, but we've seen a number of misses now. I even saw that, so...
Bad gaff.
He is going to go for the Axe, which is... Oh, Envy, you're on his own, actually. They should know this, because they have a lane ward. Hits
the
that one.
Is going to hit. They'll use the Wraith Fire Blast, and Envy is going to doppelganger away, but barely. The right click, good defusal slow on to Justin, who doesn't have a Blink Dagger. Dread has to hit this Impale. Oh, he just right clicks him and kills him. All right, he didn't have to hit the Impale. This time they don't lose anything for that kill on Envy, though, which has been the biggest problem historically for Hellraisers in this match.
Yeah, Envy has beaten a couple to him, which is nice. Nice attempt there with the defusal, but just not enough. And with this time that's been given to RMN, he's very, very close to his Ags. Only 400 gold away. They do have dire position for Roshan too, so whenever that Roshan pops up, they have not only the heroes, but the position too. To take it really, really fast and maybe keep themselves in the game. Keep in mind too, as the game progresses, the Nyx gets more and more strong against Fata, who can maybe get hexed out. Yes, he does!
They need an Impale right now. They're going to find it. They have the Sonic Wave. Can they bring him down? He might deny himself. He won't get it off. Dread picks up the kill, the instant respawn, but he is now down to 11 Bloodstone charges. Luckily, he did not use the BKB. Maybe if he used it early, he would have survived, but that's a pretty big kill. That's a streak? No, I don't think so. You mentioned he didn't really have that many kills. He only had the assist to work with, but again, that's at least huge coming up for Hellraisers.
It actually was a streak, and because of his net worth, it was so high that like 700-something gold for Dread. He misses another Impale, and he doesn't use the ultimate over.
Oh, this duel is not looking great. J in trouble. Is going to give the duel damage away to Misery rather than Phone 7. Misery will get the kill, though. Yeah. You have one good kill, and then you trade it away for next to nothing afterwards. It's just been the story of the game for Hellraisers, I feel like.
I really do think Quap needs the Lincolns. It's such a hard counter to Legion Commander. Without that, he just has really no clear-cut way to go onto you. And even saving yourself, you can also save a number of other people because it becomes blatantly obvious about who he's going to go onto because he blinks right on top of them. And it usually takes like a half a second to actually get the animation off, and you can make some big plays as far as Lincoln sphering your allies to block it. So I think that definitely should be his next item.
I would imagine. That's the thing. They're pushing into the high ground now. However, this is a great time for the Aghanim Scepter to be completed. Even the Maelstrom is well coming up for Wraith King. They really needed something here to defend without this Quint Pain. They probably wanted to force her to buy out. Won't be able to do so. Nyx Assassin does finish up his Aghanim Scepter, which is... it's always fun to watch this thing. The increased range is insane. The damage reduction is always so nice to have as well. Alright.
No Tail taking some damage from the birds. Maybe get in range for a Grave Chill. Oh, he gets this triple stomp?
The Solar Crest, the next stomp coming in, there it is. The Soul Assumption comes out, and these birds are about to do some damage. He's going to try to TP away. He actually might make it. It looks like he will. Another Solar Crest came through, but goddamn was not there for a swap. That could have been a lot worse, obviously.
Nice attempt there from RMN. His Visage has really been on point this game.
Yep.
Bata running in. He does have Bloodstone. Oh, the BKB comes out right before this done. There is a Legion Commander duel. Easy peasy kill RMN. He's going to feed off one too. Oh, man. It's hard to watch some of these engagements.
They were not expecting the BKBs. They should have known. Fata had his, and he gets back up to 13 Bloodstone charges as well. Bone 7 comes in, gets another duel victory. He's up to 90 damage now, and I think it's only going to get worse as this game progresses. They're not really dealing with him the best possible way. They didn't lose Visage Bird, so at least there's that. They have the buyback in the Nyx, even though he just bought the Ags. No buyback for RMN. As long as he has the Visage Birds, it might be enough. But they're going to have to defend here. Envy's going to walk up to the high ground. They throw the Nether Ward down, and here comes the Siege. They might even just get the tier 3 out of this. I think it will go down.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Well, Glyph comes out. They do have reincarnation onto the Wraith King, but you do have to be careful, obviously, and making sure you pop your BKB when tons of illusions come out. But looks like they're just going to take the Talion back off.
They didn't have the BKBs. They were down for a little bit longer, so smart played it back from Cloud9. They'll stay alive and get that tier 3 tower. So next time they want to go mid, they could just go to the racks and work from that. So hard. And there's still Justin gets the Maelstrom, but he could have gotten another item, maybe gotten a Blink Dagger instead of that. You talk about the Linked Sphere, and he's actually not far. He does get the Ultimate Orb. He's still a decent chunk of gold away, but Roche is up, and they're going to try to go for it, it looks like. They blinked in with FNJ. Everyone's posturing around here for both Hellraisers as well as Cloud9. They have no detection on the high ground. Duel is up on the goddamn, and there's not really much they can do. The Bone 7 BKB went, and he does get the duel victory. Here comes the BKB. Sonic Wave Fata X'd up. He's got his BKB as well, ready to go. Just Noob getting kited around. Wraithfire Blast, and he's going to lose his reincarnation. They need to help him out right now. Dread's going to come in looking for it. Impale can't find it. Actually just goes underground right now. The 40% damage reduction going to work. Big Daddy No-Tell. That's the target, but he's going to get decrept. Dread trying to get out Bone 7, looking to go back in. Looking for Dread. Good blink away. They're just getting kited to this. Now it becomes a surrounds Araman and get one. They'll get Justin Noob as well. They'll take 3 kills. They'll probably get Dread. They'll probably get Roche. He's got blink up and one. He actually might get out. Gonna just unburrow and probably blink away. But still a great fight for Cloud9. Again, they just tear through Hellraisers with these long engagements, and a Leshrac can go to work.
And if Wraith King wasn't already countered by the PL, he's countered pretty heavily by Pugna too. Because if you saw what happened, he was actually putting out some good damage onto, I think it was No-Tail, with critting him and everything, and then Misery just decreps him. And then there's nothing you can do. This hero is just very, very easily countered and easily dealt with. And it's not like even they really... I mean, yeah, the PL was maybe picked against him, but people pick PL anyway, so... It's not like it's like, oh, we went out of our way to pick PL, oh god. I have to deal with this PL pick now.
This Wraith King...
They probably already wanted it to begin with.
This Wraith King put in work, I think, early game, and just now... not doing anything, as we mentioned.
I think the supports helped him out a lot in lane. Like, the support duo was really strong between Venge and Visage, and there's nothing wrong with that. Very nice mana burn coming out onto the Pugna. He gets shields and swapped back, and he will die.
That's the Aegis, though.
The Aegis.
Misery had the Aegis. The macro power blows up that poor Venge. They're going to work on both Raxes right now. Kill's going to come through. Wraithfire Blast. Fata has BKB still. They're going to jump in. He pops the BKB. They really want this Rax. They should find it. Splitter on Justin Noob. He's got reincarnation ready to go, and he is actually just going to toggle the armlet and just do as much as he possibly can, but it's already too much. They're going to lose this Rax. They might get No-Tail. They might get another hero, but Justin Noob is actually getting destroyed by this life drain. He has to pop the BKB. They will get that Nether Ward that was stuck right down in the middle of all of it, but it doesn't matter. The Rax is gone. Cloud9 looking very, very dominant here at 37 minutes into the game.
And again, Leshrac's not getting tons of kills. We're not seeing huge, like, streaks, so we're not, like, thinking in the back of your mind, oh god, this Leshrac's getting out of control, but he is getting out of control. Now he's back up to 20 Bloodstone charges after dying twice. Or maybe dying once. Yeah, dying once. Because he got that BKB off at a really clutch time bottom. And now he's got Shivas, I think, is what he's going to buy with his plate mail.
He has a casual plate mail, and then 4.5k on top of it. They already have an AC being completed up by Bone 7. It is the Shiva. He buys the recipe, so he's going to have that ready to go. It's just the next tier of items. We haven't even really talked about Envy, who now has Diffusal 2 and a Manta Style, and he's starting to hit that stride as a PL where your illusions go out of control, and they're so tough to deal with. And he's the top in net worth, just ahead of Fata. So Cloud9, I think all they really need to do is take another Aegis like that, try to push up the high ground. Maybe...
I think this is a really hard game for Quap too, because she needs a ton of items. Like, the BKB was obvious. You'd see exactly why she wanted that. And it's fine. You can see why he wanted the Hex. You can see why he wants the Lincolns. He also needs an Axe, though, because he needs to be able to spam out this ultimate. This is just too many items to get in this short period of time. And he doesn't really have too much help in terms of core to help back him up with this. Again, we've touched on it so many times, but I just feel like the Wraith King can't do much in these fights.
The Wraith King does have a blink now, so he won't get kited as much, which is great, but...
But the target he just goes on, if it's not Pugna, will just get decrept. And even if it is Pugna, you can... This is the beauty. If you go on Pugna, he's just going to get pressed to the attack from Legion Commander. Yeah. I mean, that goes for any hero that really gets progressed on it, really. But then if you start putting damage on, physical damage onto any other heroes, Pugna's just going to decrypt them. Or decrypt the Wraith King if he isn't BKB'd.
They have a little bit of both natural and physical defense ready to go. It's pretty nice. And on top of that, Ninja now has a 5-second duration BKB, so that's pretty tough. Luckily, you look at just the noob, he's sitting at 7 seconds, so he's got that going for him. But these BKBs are also being pretty heavily used for Cloud9. They have one that's 8 seconds, though, which is pretty good still. And then Bone 7 is sitting at, what, 6 seconds? So Bone 7's use is a lot more. BKBs are starting to dwindle down, and that, I think, definitely favors Cloud9 with Leshrac and everything else they've got, the Pugna as well. He's also got, the Bone 7 has 126 dual damage. It's so hard, and they might just have been pushing top without an Aegis. I don't know if they really can do much as Hellraisers to defend this. They have one buyback that's on Ninja. There's 2 on Cloud9. The 2 big cores, of course. They'll sit back and farm a little bit longer, though.
He's really close to his Assault Cuirass, and Leshrac has this... Okay, he does have a Shivas, but... I think when you're so close to such a big item like a Assault Cuirass, you just wait for it. And yeah, they're just going to wait for it.
Yeah, he's not far off. He needs, what? The recipe as well as the chainmail. So he's going to have that soon. Not too far off. So, Rack's down mid. Envy is sitting on probably a Scotty next, right? Like, tank ability. I don't know what else you get.
Scotty seems not... I mean, Scotty's not bad. Does give him a lot more intelligence, though, which could be a little bit troublesome against the Nyx, but I also think Heart is really, really good. Just making your illusions really, really tanky.
Yeah.
I think they certainly have damage and certainly have control, but we'll see. I don't think his item build is really going to be an issue this game. I think it's going to be... I think Cloud9's draft is actually really coming together nicely. I was skeptical at first, but especially just with the support Pugna, but it worked out really well last game. Misery seems to know exactly what he's doing on this hero. And again, I think a big thing is Leshrac has just kind of been... I can't really say ignored, but just not really focused as well. Like, Bloodstone charges are insane.
Bell's gonna come in on Envy. Red, I don't know about this play. Black Carapace comes... Wow, he actually might get out of this. That'd be incredible. No, they have too much protection. Force up, Yule Scepter comes out, and Split Earth will make sure that he can't reburrow. He just dies. So that was an aggressive play. It is the Scotty, by the way, coming out for Envy. He buys that. He won't buy back, not that he really needs it at this point in the game. They've pushed up the lane so much. There's still a tier 1 tower there for the top side for Radiant. Buyback from Nyx Assassin. They'll get ready to defend. TP coming through. That'll be from the Vengeful Spirit into the base. And the push is getting ready. I think they go for this. I don't see why not.
Yep, I agree. Ninja, he does have enough for his Lincolns. I think he's debating whether he should say for buyback, and here we go with the fight.
Good Ice Path coming in. BKB's being popped everywhere. Fox is just running in, popping up his ultimate. Meanwhile, everyone getting blown up all across the map. All across this engagement. They lost Dread so fast, he dies back. Ninja now dead. He has to buy back. Fatsa is just going to work. His Pulse Nova is obliterating. That's a dead Wraith King. He's got no buyback. Literally, Fatsa just walks in and Envy just does the rest. They'll go and get a couple more kills to Team White. And that's going to be it. It is going to be GG. Cloud9 overcome a terrible first game, but have 2 fantastic games in a row. They'll take the series. Hellraisers are out. Good old deny from Fatsa at the end of the game, because why not? That was a fantastic series. I think a lot better than a lot of people were expecting, but that's going to be it. Cloud9 will take it, man.
He denies himself an evil even at, like, what was he, level 20... 23, he respawns instantly. He had 29 Bloodstone charges at the end there, and he was only 6 and 5. So, yeah. He was just always around every single fight. But the Pugna,